Horse and Healing Stables at 802 Lancaster Avenue in West Hunter, USA, has become a well-known name in the equestrian community of New England. The nonprofit specializes in delivering enjoyment and inspiration to those who are disabled. The stable draws horse lovers and their families throughout the region who can think of nothing better than to enjoy a morning on the back of a horse, followed by an afternoon at the beach. Brianna Willis wants to volunteer again. She used to be at the stables 3 days a week. Her passion is to inspire young children to overcome their fears and learn at an early age that their disability doesn't have to stop them from enjoying life. However, each visit to the facility is fraught with tears for her as she still grieves the loss of her daughter Kelly, who died at the stables just 3 years before. Kelly was practicing her jumping when her horse was spooked by the sound of a gunshot at the gun club nearby. The horse panicked, threw off her rider, and then a hoof struck Kelly in the head. The 13-year-old died immediately. Brianna has had trouble forgiving herself for her daughter's death. She had been fearful of horse riding before her daughter enrolled at the stables. She did her research and discovered that there are 100 horse-related deaths per year. For every 350 hours on a horse, there is one serious accident. However, Kelly badgered her mother to let her ride horses at the stables. Horse and Healing offered Kelly free riding lessons in exchange for working at the stables after school. The offer made further resistance for Brianna difficult, and her mother relented. She now visits her daughter's grave in West Hunter, USA, every month. For 2 years after the accident, Brianna could not get herself to go back to the farm. One day, the Holy Spirit spoke to her during her devotions, encouraging her to return to the facility. Although she knew it was a clear message from God to go back there, it still took her another week before her car rolled into the parking lot. Tears flowed down Brianna's face as she experienced flashbacks of her daughter circumventing the course on the other side of the fence. She used to park in this very same parking spot, waiting for her teenage daughter with a cheerful disposition to hop in the front seat when it was time to go home. She told her mother that when she was at the stables caring for horses, she felt closest to God. Just before Brianna drove away, Claudia Glenn, the owner, ran out to Brianna's car.
Oh, Brianna, I'm so happy to see you. It's been a while. I want to show you something. Did you get my calls?
Yes. I'm sorry I never returned the calls. I just wasn't in a good place for so long.
I understand. I'm still so sorry that happened. But now that you are here, could you please follow me?
Brianna got out of her car and followed Claudia up the small incline leading to the barn. Just before opening the barn door, Claudia turned towards Brianna.
Are you ready for this?
Well, I don't know. What is it?
Well, you know how much your Kelly loved being here. I would often find her in the loft after all her chores and lessons and writing were done. The loft was her quiet space where she told me she would dream about her future, about horses and about everything else. She even told me once that God spoke to her up there. Follow me.
They walked over to the ladder that goes up to the loft, and there hung a plaque with Kelly's photo and the title, Kelly's Loft. Written on the plaque was Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future.
Kelly was like a light to all of us. And she always said, I'll be back, God willing. He is in charge, you know. We would smile, tickled at her strong faith. I hope you are okay with us doing this. But your daughter was someone very special.
After Brianna read the plaque, she turned to Claudia and gave her a big hug.
This means the world to me. Can I come and volunteer here? I feel like I see Kelly everywhere, and it's so peaceful to me.
Yes, God willing. He is in charge, you know.
The two women giggled as they walked out of the barn. This is Charles Wagner for Gramazin.com. Remember, an inexpensive online order and a few taps of a hammer can bring a lifetime of joy to someone else. How can you be creative in ministry today? In the last class, I presented a vision for a testimony task force. And our vision is this, that churches in the North Shore are going to start publishing their testimonies on their websites so that when people drive by, they know those people get me. They've been through divorce. They've been through suicidal like I was at one point in my life. They get it. I can relate with them. I can consider joining their church or participating in their church.